Good evening, everyone. How are we doing today? Tonight, we are going to continue our Gale run, our honor mode campaign, so that we can get to the ending, and hopefully more of us will have that 2% beat the game on honor mode achievement by the end of this. It's going to take a long time. We're about 12 hours, 13 hours in so far, and we haven't even made it to the Blighted Village. But the good news is that's exactly what we plan on doing today. When we leave the camp, we're going to be right outside the gates to the Blighted Village. So we're going to walk right in, and I'll show you how I handle that whole area. So, and I got time tonight, so it's going to be a good one. And Steely's over there, being a good bad boy. He's the best boy. He doesn't understand that he can just come up. He doesn't need my permission. Come on. You can come up. I've seen you do it 1,000 times. No? Okay. That's your choice. So we're going to go ahead and equip that to her, to Karlach. These are the gloves that we bought the other day, the gloves of missile snaring. I totally forgot to equip those, so we're going to make sure that those are on her. And otherwise, I think we're good to go. Lovely day. We are now going to start. I'm just going to dump all this stuff onto Karlach, and then we are going to enter into the Blighted Village. I'm out of short rests, but everyone does have full spell slots and health, so we're going to go ahead and pop back over here and enter the Blighted Village. So remember, at the end of the last session, one of these fine folks called out an ambush that was about to happen. So if we look up here, we got 1, 2, 3, and then over here, 4, 5. We also have 6, and there's some more back here. But this one is not going to join this fight, but these 5 on opposite sides of the street are going to join the fight. But that's if we start a fight, and there is a way to try to avoid it. So let's see if we can pull that off, because it'll make things just a little bit easier. All things considered, these are freaking goblins. They're meant to be like your level 1 enemies. You shouldn't have any problems here, despite the weird split. Like, they do have like the tactical advantage, but it's not a hard fight.
Get over there! Surround them, like!
I know you're there. Show yourselves.
You spotted us. Good. It's like they say. No fun in skewering a pig what doesn't know he's cooked.
There'll be no skewering here. Now let me pass.
We got you surrounded. Here's how this goes. You take one step further, and we'll fill your front with arrows. Or you turn around, and your backside gets the same treatment.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
So you have 3 options here. You can try to intimidate them, you can try to persuade them, or we can use that Illithid Wisdom. We did have the option to use it back on the Nautiloid, if you remember that. That's how we were able to interact with the controls to free Shadowheart from her prison. Same thing. I think we also actually may have used this on the... Oh crap, speaking of, did we use it on them? We did not. Good. You have the option of using it as well on the 2 absolute cultists that we find next to the dead body. They talk about the owl bears. But yeah, this is your 3rd option. You can only use this once per extended rest, so the fact that we've already taken 2 short rests is perfect, because we're about ready to take another extended rest, so we'll have it for whenever it comes up the next time. Adding guidance is pointless, because you're either going to succeed or you're going to roll a 1. Those are your 2 options here. And we're going to roll a 20.
A true soul. But my mistake, sir.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
You'll get no more trouble from us. Promise.
It's the 2nd time we've been called the True Soul. Still don't know what it is. So we can go ahead and split up our characters now. Before we do anything else, let's send her up here. Let's have Astarion go over here. And then we're going to have Shadowheart. Going to get her up here, though. And then we're going to have Gale go on the opposite side. And then it doesn't matter who you start with. arguably the person with the lowest initiative should be the one to start the fight, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up with Shadowheart. She might not even have the lowest initiative, but that's just who I'm going to go with. Pick whichever one. Ultimately, this fight, like I said, they're level 2 goblins. They're not tough. This is a super easy fight to win. Oh, some of them are level 1. Go ahead and just start it. Oop, nope, not that. Attack him with a ranged attack and see what happens. My nose itches like crazy.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
There it is. We just started the fight off. Now, it looks like only those two, for whatever reason, are in this, so that gives us an opportunity to switch out to Astarion. And now we can... Yeah, let's just have him use an unarmed strike, so that he enters the fray, and then we'll switch to Gale. I can't believe that they didn't throw all 4 of them in there. That's weird. And we'll have him kind of do the same thing. We'll start off by... You know what? How much? Yeah. We'll start with the Booyog. We're going to do... Oh, that's right. See how he has Hunter's Mark twice now? That's because that bow that we gave him, which is actually pretty cool, because if you run out of spell slots, you can use it again. I mean, that's pretty neat. Okay, so now he's in there. Alright. There's 1, and 2.
My faith will protect
And
me.
his turn. Incredibly, they gave me the use of her action. Normally, when you trigger a fight like that, it uses up the action at the start of the turn. I think because this one was, like, friendly and needed to talk to me to, you know, say that it was going to start fighting me, it refreshed her action, which is great. That just gave me a bonus attack, basically. So I'll take it. That's awesome. See? And because she has the lightning charges, she just did 1 extra damage, which is silly, but it helps. She also had a plus 5% chance to hit on that. His action's already been used, but we can go ahead and do... They didn't give him his unarmed attack, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and do that, which was extreme overkill, but that's fine. And what I normally like to try to have him do is get up here, but using that bonus action, we're not going to be able to get too far. Just move him as far as you can. They killed Quoth. Actually hit me pretty hard right there. She doesn't need to rage, and she couldn't even if we wanted her to, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Give her Tears Protection. Have her get off of the fire.
The dance macabre.
That's fine. Go ahead and dash.
On the way.
Yeah, why not? No, there's just 1 left. I'm not even going to have him go too crazy here. Have him back up and go over here, out of the fire. And then we'll reapply that Hunter's Mark. See? These 2 are down there. They don't even realize what's happening above them. That's totally fine. I am going to give Gale a healing potion, because that actually hit him for quite a bit, and this will stop the burning. Now, because I have it set up like this, I have to split, and then I have to send it to Gale, and then I have to let him use it from his own inventory. He doesn't have a bonus action, so he'll do that the next turn. That's fine.
Say bye-bye.
Have her chase him. Could have pushed him off. That would have been silly. Man, she really wants to let her stay on fire, huh?
Time to kill.
Oh, Shadowheart. Astarion kicks ass as a monk. I've only seen him as a thief. This be your first? Yeah, I don't see many people changing their characters to begin with, let alone in this way. But I do recommend doing it.
These mortals be.
Obviously. So yeah, like I just said, he lost concentration on his Hunter's Mark, so we can go ahead and do this. And he still has his 2 spell slots, which is great. For whatever reason, they're still alive. So we'll go ahead and dash. Get her to get as close as she can. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's skip the Gale, see if he can just end this right now. Yeah, moving all of them was completely unnecessary. My bad. But yeah, that's that. That's that fight. It's not all that difficult. You do get a moss-covered key, a scroll, which we'll send to Shadowheart. And then, oh, they broke my...
Some healing for
okay.
a wizard in need.
Oh, you're fine. Group everyone back up.
Quite ready for you.
Okay, and then you can start looting this place. This is not nearly as grueling as Joaquin's Rest, I promise. Before you get too far, though, have her go ahead and do Preserve Life. Don't worry about using a crazy amount of potions or getting them tip-top here. We're not going to be at any risk of running into a enemy we can't handle, okay? Yeah, I see most people that play this game tend to, like, you know, they find Gale as a wizard, they leave him as a wizard. They find Astarion as a rogue, they leave him as a rogue. And that's fine in the lower difficulties if you really want that, like, story aspect, if it's that important to you. But the further that you get in the game, it becomes really important to min-max a little bit more, anyways, than what you're currently, than how they're built, you know? So I said during Session 0, at the very least, if you really want to keep these characters, you shouldn't be playing on Honor Mode. And if you do decide to, at the very least, you should be respecing them, like changing their attribute points. That's where most people go wrong, I find. Go ahead and kill this guy. While he sleeps.
Can't give up.
It's not very often that he even gets an attack. But it's okay that he did, because, see, took 2 damage, and then that's the end of it. It's just some added experience. This house, we're going to go ahead and fully loot right now. Incense, always pick it up. It's actually worth a lot of money. You wouldn't expect it.
To my taste, certainly.
But it is, and it's worth it.
The sunset can't come quickly enough.
Sunset can't come quickly enough. Journal. That journal does start a quest, and we just got some experience for it. We're not going to be able to complete that quest for a little while, so don't even worry about it, but we'll read that at the end of the stream so you get an idea of what's going on. Oh, Trito. I don't know where he is. The second I open that bag, he's going to come running, though, let me tell you. Oh, he's literally right next to me. You know what I'll do? I'll break this one in half. That's what I'll do. For a small. Because I haven't put together his bag of... Oh my god, the drool! The drool dog! Oh my god! Do you see that? Oh, there's a literal puddle on my knee right now. There you go. Oh god. So gross. There we go. Okay, and then we can have them come outside and go up that ladder. Like I said, this isn't as grueling as Joaquin's Rest. There's still a lot to loot, but it's quick and it's more broken up than Joaquin's Rest is. And you don't have to worry about being lit on fire the entire time, which is nice. Send that to Shadowheart, that to camp. Love finding those. And then if you come this way... Where are you? There you are. There's a bird's nest. Which sometimes has an egg in it. Charming little egg. And then we can go and... We're not going to do this yet, okay? Those of you that have played the game know what's going on there. We're going to ignore it and just until we take an extended rest. We're not going to ignore it for too long, but it's going to be... we don't want to accidentally get into a fight with them in our condition, so we're just going to be safe and kind of ignore them for now. That fight actually is surprisingly tough. Kind of is silly, but... Sorry, I know. I hear ya. I feel bad. leaving him hanging there, but I am in no position to help you out, buddy. If I remember correctly, one of my favorite items is in this chest. Yeah, the Haste Helm. Woo. So the Haste Helm is grossly underrated. It gives you double movement speed for the first 3 turns of combat. And in our game, the first 3 turns of combat are longer than most fights will be. So we're always going to have this equipped. Like, I think I'm in the campaign that I've been the furthest, I still have someone that has this equipped because it's just fantastic. Right now, we're going to give it to... Take your pick between either Astarion or Karlach. I've noticed that for whatever reason, Karlach tends to be a little bit further back than I want her to be, so that's my choice for this fight. For now. I'm just going to give it to her. I'm also going to take off the visual on the helm because I think it looks stupid. I mean, come on. What is that? No, we're not doing that. Feel free to use this well if you want to. There's nothing significant about it. It just goes to a place that we're going to be going to later on. We're not going to rush down there quite yet. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and attack this goblin that's just walking around.
It's a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Don't ask me why there's a single goblin walking around. There just is. Even though that feels unnecessary to do, I want you to get into the habit of casting Hunter's Mark all the time at the start of every fight, because one time you're going to forget to do it, and it's not going to be good. We're going to go ahead and give him... That's what I forgot to do. There it is. Give him the leather helmet. And take it off. Take off the sight. And we're going to give her this helm. Which is going to increase her constitution saving throws. But again, I don't like the way that most of the helmets look in this game, so we're going to hide that from view as well. We're going to go this way first. Now, okay, I should say this right now, because I know some people are going to get ahead of themselves, and they're going to go in here, and they're going to end up talking to these guys. Don't do it yet. It's another one of those fights that's technically possible at level 3, but it's much easier at level 4. This is actually the very first thing that we're going to do upon reaching level 4, because they carry one of the crucial items to our build. Well, this guy does, Lump the Enlightened. It is a tough fight. You can do it at 3. You can't do it if you're at half health the way that I am right now. But it's better to just leave it and do it when you're confident. And I'm not quite confident. I won't be confident until level 4. There's nothing special down here. There's just some loot, so feel free to skip over this part if you'd like to. I don't recommend doing that. You do get your first view of the temple over there, which is pretty neat. Fire burning. Someone wants to cut off an ear. Good stuff.
What's that?
Have you tried Gloomstalker Assassin? I am not the best at starting fights from invisibility, or like at being out of sight and starting a fight. I'm more of the run and gun kind of person, so it tends to backfire if I build towards invincibility. But yes, that is a good build. I've looked into it before. If I remember correctly, there's actually nothing on this part of the road. Okay, yeah, nothing really down here. You can jump down here and go across this log, and that's another way into the goblin camp. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We're also not going to go this direction, because if we go that way, it's safe to do. You could do it. I don't like taking the risk. If you trigger an event, then we lose access to our Hill Giant Strength elixirs, and it's not worth risking. So I just play it safe and keep as far away as I possibly can. In case you missed it, there is a waypoint right there. Love rogues, that's fair. I think Thief is the best subclass in the game. I mean, Gloomstalker is probably a close second, but Thief with that bonus action is incredible. I just don't... In this game, I struggle to build beyond the first few levels. I was thinking about doing a dirge run instead of this, but I decided to go with the nice one for now, and then maybe later on I'll do a dirge run. Minus the reading. Okay, so these two, we're going to do the same thing. They're kind of ignoring us for now, but we can go ahead and take anyone else and just smack them.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
Ooh, doesn't happen often. Don't run too far, buddy. Alright, cool. Yeah, summon the warg. Alright, and then we're going to have him use Flurry of Blows.
Now this is my happy place.
Karlach. Pick him out.
Got to concentrate.
We don't want you getting too far here. I don't like that she is that close to that damn thing. It's not really worth... I'll just take the hit from him. It's fine. It's better than him getting 2 attacks. There it is. Okay, typically nothing too special down here, but we're going to go ahead and just double check because, again, OCD is a pain in the butt, and he's going to get stuck behind all of his companions, so we're going to jump over here. Alright, cool. I'll come up here, and we'll have you attack him.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about to be returned in kind.
See, all these like free, really easy fights. I thought there was 3 of them over here, but I guess I'm mistaken. Oh, nope, there he is. He's on the platform. Alright, so we'll have him come, like, down here. And then we'll do... and that. Another critical miss. Oh, Gale, you're killing me.
Can't afford to let up. On the move.
Well done, Shadowheart.
Hop, hop.
You did something.
Ready for this?
Alright, you can come over here. Nice. That just leaves this little guy. He's not even going to be able to attack. Steely, you want to come up? You can come up. You know how to do it. Let's go to someone who's going to use like a melee weapon. Come on. There it is. Nice and easy. That's all, almost all the goblins. The only ones that are left are the ones that have Wolverine hostage, but again, we're not going to worry about them until after our extended rest, which is coming very soon because there's a couple things that we got to do back at camp. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff in here. This is going to take the longest amount of time, but it won't take too long. Just a fair warning that it will take the longest. Now, sometimes you'll come across an item that is just a hair out of reach. Your character, for whatever reason, literally cannot access the item. And other times, sometimes if you move other items...
Says there's a cellar here somewhere.
Like, something might be blocking it. So, like, if there's a bottle behind a bottle, you take the one in front first, and then you'll have access to the one in the back. It's just, like, something you kind of have to figure out as you go along. I'll try and call it out when it happens. Okay. We're going to do the cellar first. Okay? This cellar, the one that we're right below. And there's a reason for that. So, I'm going to do some hardcore cheesing in a little bit here. Bear with me, it's going to be so freaking worth it for your honor mode playthrough. You won't have to worry about it if you are a sorcerer or a wizard. You don't have to do what I'm going to be doing, but once we get a thing, we're going to go back to camp. I'll do the extended rest. I will do a couple things. We'll go over that when we get to it. But for now, let me give me a second to loot this room because there's a bunch of money, books, alchemy ingredients galore down here. This might even take longer than the place upstairs, but not by like a crazy... It's worth it. especially with all these alchemy ingredients that we're finding. Anyone that you want to shout out right now? That's a good idea. See? All of this. So much. So much goodness. Just takes a little while to grab. But it's worth it. Later in the game, you'll be thanking me when we're not dead. Look at all these potions. Gonna keep us alive. Ah. All the goodies. Potion of healing recipe. Now we can make those. Just add this right to your wares. Don't even mess around with it. It looks just like a healing potion. It's not going to end well if you accidentally drink it. Or is everyone going to fail this? That's okay. I already know where it is. Everyone failed it. That's funny. That's a first. Before we do that, we'll just do this last little area. See, glass retort, separatory funnel. Those are worth 30 apiece. That's nice. They don't actually sell for 30. I should make that clear. It's based on your charisma and the difficulty. The higher difficulty that you are, the lower the amount that you're going to get as a return. Hey, thank you for the follow, McFlix. McFlix. Any good McFlix you've seen recently? There we go. Once you hit that lever, we're going to go over here into this quote-unquote secret area. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to come down here. We are going to ignore all of these coffins and everything else in this room except for this one. Open this one and you find all kinds of fun things. You find a couple alchemist fire. You find a rock called the Nut Buster. Because the word Nut Buster has been scraped into it with a claw. We're going to hold on to that. We found the Poo Scraper. Fecund and revolting. The abyss is not the worst place this has been. Okay. And then we found Shovel's Friend Finder. Just because it is pitted with rust doesn't mean it isn't ideal for digging up new friends. And oh look, we found a friend. Eyebrows, horns, and rosy cheeks have been drawn upon this skull in a number of bodily fluids. Cool. Alright. And then we find this scroll. Inky notes slash across the margin, the angle of the handwriting suggesting urgency, perhaps warning. I am going to add my shovel to the wares because I just like having Shovel's Friend Finder. I think it's hilarious, so I'm going to keep that in our inventory going forward. We are not going to use this frickin' scroll yet, okay? Unless you are a wizard or a sorcerer, by all means, feel free to do so. But I'm not going to yet, because I'm not one of those things. Nutbuster. Oh, have you seen this before, Dark? Do you know what's about to happen?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
See, and Potion of Animal Speaking, so we can talk to him. I am sorry about what happened to your master.
Friend, I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget
Just
him.
got right up,
But
and
I'm glad to have met
right
you.
to the TV. We're gonna give him some good pets. Steely. Oh, he's just wagging his tail. He's so happy. Say, look at him getting some love. We're gonna check in with everyone at the camp real quick as well while we're here. I like to do that whenever I pop in, just to be on the safe side, make sure I don't miss any conversations and stuff. Things kind of happen at random. Not at random, there's a certain order or whatever, but your conversations that you have with people may be different than the ones that I have with people, so just keep that in mind. If you're watching along on YouTube and you want to skip my conversations because they might contain spoiler warnings to your playthrough, do that.
Karlach's temper
that's
is a
fine.
sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
Okay, and since this is a new camp area, feel free to explore and check all the sacks and stuff. Sometimes you'll find some foods or some things that you can sell. It's worth looking around.
Will's
Come on, buddy.
brows furrow as your minds connect.
Not with the bone, though. You can't bring the
He
bone up
sees
here.
the burning embers of Joaquin's rest. Then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Old Ravengard's been taken.
Yes, Drow set fire to the inn and stole away with the Duke. I totally forgot about this because the Will wasn't with us during our last session. So if he's not with you, this is how it kind of reconciles for that.
Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my father. I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
then the choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard. Feel free to tell Will whatever you'd like to tell him. Be mean to him if you want to. Or flesh out his backstory a little bit. I'm going to try and skip through it a little bit.
Thank you. That means a lot. But I wonder, what makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will.
I know. And you're right. When I look into a mirror, I see two faces. I see the Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And I see Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Let's talk about something else.
I'm all for it.
Or tell me exactly the same thing as the conversation we were just having. What was it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur, stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and a talent for courtly dance.
Good wine, though. I will toast to that.
Hear, hear. Though, truth be told, I'd sooner down a week-old hooch at a ramshackle inn. Better company, and a better buzz.
I'm not going to tell him the story of my orb. I will say, because I shit on Will a lot. He's probably my least favorite character in the party. So I'll say something in his defense, that if you're, like, kind of mean to him, he actually takes it really well. Like, they wrote his character well enough so that once you start fleshing out more of his backstory, he kind of owns it. Like, he really does a good job of saying, like, yeah, I know I fucked up and I'm trying to make amends for it, you know? You can be completely miserable to him and he's just like, yeah, I deserve that. I know. I'll give credit where credit's due. So that's my good point about Will. They nerfed Will's personality, apparently. That's exactly what they did. He's so dry. See, now I'm back to being mean about him again. Yes, absolutely. Seth is wonderful. Thank you for giving the shout out to him. Seth is a great guy. He's been streaming some older games from like the PS2 era that he mods and makes prettier for his PC. And he's just a all around a good guy, super chill, and I recommend you check out his stream sometime when you get a chance.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
You know, I actually have never romanced Astarion. I think if I screw up and cannot romance Karlach, which is my hope for this playthrough, that I will probably turn around and try to romance Astarion instead.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
I still gotta put clothes back on her too. And yes, Blanchy. Blanchy's another great guy. He's actually a buddy of mine in IRL. He's a really good guy. We've known each other. We go way back. And he was an affiliate well before I was. And he's just generally a good guy. He's very creative. He does streams every Thursday where he makes rings, which I think is just fascinating.
What is it, Mr.
So check him out too. Give Tara a good scritch. I love this. I love that they added Tara to the camp with Gil's playthrough.
Sir, thanking you.
the coolest part about Gale's origin story so far is having Tara in the camp. I love it.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
God's damn devil, get out of my camp.
Now? But I'm just getting comfy. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
You better not lay a damned finger on Karlak.
Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms. Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
But I'm gonna try one thing real quick
Gods
after I
damn
talk to
her,
Will.
straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
See, this is what I'm talking about. If you're kind of mean to him right here, you can be like, listen, you hypocrite. But I'm not gonna in this playthrough. You're lucky she didn't take your soul when she came.
I'd count my lucky stars for it, but I reckon luck is on holiday. I'm only alive because my patron still has use for me. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
yes, people can intentionally romance him, and you can work with the new form. That's funny.
Well met.
It doesn't make him any less good-looking. How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
I see the blade of frontiers, no more, no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
So you should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than she already has?
She could kill me for one, and that's not the worst of it. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
You got a sheath for Will's blade. Yeah, we can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
That has two meanings. Oh, goodness.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious.
Oh, nothing to say about his transformation, huh? Okay. This is what I was saying. I think I mentioned it in one of the previous sessions. Like, I gotta give credit to Mizora and all devils, really. I mean, the whole, like, the way the contracts are worded, they're so freaking clever, you know? Like, going after Karlach. Not that I agree with it at all, but it's clearly not the right thing to do, but you have to give credit where credit's due. The fact that Karlach qualifies as a target because she doesn't have a heart is like... Ah! And so, I love the wordplay.
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
I never bother speaking to...
Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony, but I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The blade's sting is real.
I never talked to Fuzzalump because he never has anything interesting to say.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
He is a good man. Maybe the best of us. I say that even on my evil playthroughs because it's absolutely the truth.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Feel free to skip this part if you are watching on YouTube or if you are even watching right now. You don't need to do this. If you're a wizard or a sorcerer especially, don't worry about it so much. You can skip this entirely. I'm just going to do this. I know, it's super cheesy. I know. And then we are going to... Oh, I didn't even need to go back here. But you know what? Might as well. Now that I am a wizard, I'm going to go ahead and learn this scroll. So cheesy. We've rested. I'm not even going to buff. We're just going to go and do this. We're just going to get it done as quickly as we possibly can. Alright. Oh, I don't even need to start the fight, do I? Oh, let's just do the thing. Okay. Let's just see what happens. Spell is not prepared. That's fair. Prepare. You. Accept. Okay, I do have to take off his armor and his boots. Just give me a moment here. Unequip. And he's just going to be in his underwear, because it is what it is. Here we go. Fingers crossed this frickin' works.
Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summoned, Shovel! Never
recognize the tiny fiend. A quasit. Wicked creatures, often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy?
Illy?
My master. Tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Your name is Shovel?
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
What would you like to be called?
Don't care.
Then Shovel is fine.
So, what first, master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
No, and you'll not commit such deeds in my name either.
Oh, you don't like gutting? Spilling? Tearing? Boring? Wait, are you horny? For the book? Illy never shuts up. Book this, book that. Blah.
What book?
Oh, master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, wholesome, good for burns.
This little shit. Alright, and then we're gonna come up here. I'm gonna use Karlach.
Speak your name.
This doesn't matter, so we're gonna tell it our name.
I do not know this name. If you are known to my master, step forward and declare yourself an ally.
So the reason that I'm choosing her is I'm really hoping that I can do this and skip all the dialogue checks. If you're a barbarian, you can threaten the mirror, which is hilarious. Do I want guidance or do I want... Give her bull strength. No, let's not waste the level 2 spell slot. I got inspiration for days. There we go. Okay.
No! I don't like this.
Quite the welcome.
Abandoned lab.
You just
The possibilities are
break
too
it too. That
unsettling.
works too. There's a way to threaten it so that doesn't happen, but that's fine. Come here, we're going to disarm this. And sorry, I am not looking at chat right now because I'm trying to just
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
get through this real quick. Alright. Critical success, that's nice. We're going to go ahead and disarm this trap. Nice. And then we're going to take the book.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You've seen similar books in wizards' libraries. A tome on Thayan magic, a rare and expensive find. But people have gone mad reading less dangerous texts.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
Please don't open the creepy book.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
We're going to go ahead and tuck that into our pack for now. And then we are going to talk to Shovel.
A spell shot. When the fisting starts, use the sparky magic to call Shovel. Let's kill everything.
Okay. That should have done it. Here we go. Let's see if that actually freaking worked. Excuse me, what a good night. What a good night to be here. Imagine walking up to that standing at the end of your bedroll. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Don't we find a friend with a shovel? We do. I have the skull called Friend in my camp supplies. Where is Withers in this place? There you are.
Fate
this should have worked.
spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally?
Thank you.
Or mayhaps, as thou do...
Okay, now this should work. Should. I'm not making any promises here. Not you. You. Let's fix all these. Okay. We're going to go with athletics. We're going to go with insight and survival. You're good. Okay, whether or not it worked, I'm just going to go ahead and level up, because if it didn't work, I'm done. There's definitively no way of doing it if this is not correct. So you, Gloomstalker. Intrigued with his color choice for undergarments. So am I. Okay, now figure. It worked. Yes. Ah, okay. All right. Follow those steps exactly if you want to get Shovel as a permanent summon. If you are a wizard, super easy to do. If you're a warlock, super easy to do. If you're a sorcerer, dragonborn sorcerer, not even dragonborn, dragon bloodline, draconic bloodline sorcerer, super easy to do. You just talk to him and he basically throws himself at you and it's great. If you're anything else, you need to do this cheesy thing that I just did, but it enables you to summon him permanently throughout the rest of the game, and then you permanently have an additional companion, which is excellent. Oh, I'm so pumped that worked. Oh my gosh. So happy about that. She's hilarious. It's cool. It's fine. We got it. We're cool. We're good. Oh man. Arcane purple? Oh, the underwear. Oh man. If one of them dies during combat, I can summon the other one now in between short rests. So that helps too. I'll take that. That's excellent. Alright, so I'm going to take a second and loot this. I know you're getting sick of me looting stuff already, but there's a ton of stuff in this camp, so you might as well take advantage of it and take it all. Hi, Dara. Oh man, I gotta watch through all these clips later. You're making so many of them. Is it me freaking out? Ooh, that's a good question. Do I want to keep the book for myself, or do I want to give it to Astarion? That's something I have to think about. How many clips did you just make? Like 30? Not that that's a complaint. I appreciate it. The last clip has a peculiar name for having Shovel as a perma-summon, another tool to the shed. Oh, that's great. I like that. Okay. Almost done. Just this last little cubby area. Alright, there's that. And now we can finish looting in here. But before... That was nice. Whole lot of acorn truffle, that's always good. We're backing up a little bit because we haven't finished this room yet. So I'm kind of making my way back to where we started before I got sidetracked by Shovel. Take a second and buff our party. Shovel's arguably not as good as Quoth in a fight. Has a little bit more health, but that becomes negligible in later levels, and does more damage with her attacks, but I love Quoth's ability to blind, and Quoth has a much larger travel distance as well. There's some things to keep in mind while you're running through. I'm gonna go ahead and skip using aid for now. Yeah, I'm gonna use my level 2 slot in a different way for this this session. Feel free to do it if you want to. I recommend holding off. It will be helpful. Okay, nice. Man, that was a lot. Hey, Tuck, what's going on, man? Okay, then we're gonna open this casket. We're just gonna start a fight. And then he's gonna open that casket. And this just gets out of hand very quickly. Oop. To start off your extended rest, go ahead and use this Hunter's Mark. Because it's not going to use a spell slot, so you can save it for later. We were surprised, so that's why I don't have the Gloomstalker strike.
I'm heating up. What's it gonna take?
I'm not going to waste her frenzy yet. feel like we can do this without it. We'll have Shovel go up here.
I'm ready.
Starion, you're going to go cut this guy off. Nice.
Let's end this. Got to
Okay,
press on.
you're not going to do much, but... One and... Oh, he survived. You know, I kind of wanted him to, though, because that just gives me another enemy to kill. More experience. Reapply the Hunter's Mark. About halfway through Season 2. How many seasons of that show are there? I know there's a lot.
Pawn to Cleric 4.
This is gonna feel good.
We're not going to waste your attack on something that has 3 HP. In fact, let's have Shadowheart give it a shot. Sweet. Well done, Shadowheart. You can jump over here now.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
And then we'll have you run up.
Shall we dance?
And then... Boom. Nice. See, as long as you kind of chase him down, that fight isn't too crazy. If you let them all get out and don't take them down, it does start to get dangerous, so be careful there. But if you're smart about it, you should be fine. I never use Arrows of Ilmater. I always find myself selling them at some point in the game. Now each one of these also has another skeleton inside of it, but after the first time that you beat the, you end the fight, they all kind of disappear. So don't worry about that too much. Okay, that's this area. 15? There's 15 seasons. Holy hell. Alright, now we're going to finish looting this room. You can skip that doorway for now, or I'll hit that last.
Must have been pretty young when it was killed, this cave bear. Rather sad, really.
That is sad. I don't really understand the point of all those bears. There's a few of them hidden throughout the game that you can make checks on, and they're all just kind of sad. I don't know if there's like a story that I missed somewhere about them or something, but... Okay. Oh, we don't need that. Ah, yes. I was hoping for one of those. You'll find out why later. Whatever you do, if you do come across a scroll of Magic Missile, try and save it. You shouldn't be using your scrolls unless it's like an emergency anyways. It's like to give Set Shadowheart something to do. But if you, like particularly if you come across a scroll of Magic Missile, hold on to it until a fight that happens a little bit later. It's very helpful to have that on hand. Without a wizard in our party, that scroll is our only way of using it. Bracers of Defense. These are great. Super helpful for this party. Any party, really. Basilisk oil. Oh yeah, grab that too. We're going to take all of this that we've found so far, send it back to camp real quick. The antidotes, I'm not sure why those are wares. We're going to give those to Shadowheart. That basilisk oil that we just found, also going to give that to Shadowheart. These bracers, as long as you are not wearing armor or holding a shield, so either Karlach or Astarion would benefit from those. Since Karlach has those gloves, we're going to go ahead and give these ones to Astarion. That'll put his armor class up to 19, making him significantly harder to hit. I've mentioned it before, sometimes it's smarter to just have one of your other characters pick stuff up, and I still don't listen to my own advice. Oh, thank you for that wicked bad posture check, jeez. There's rumors of a comeback? Would that be good? Thank you, though, for the hydrate and the posture check, especially the posture check. My gosh, I didn't realize how much I was slouching over. I feel like most shows that end should stay ended. And nothing against Supernatural there, but like most shows when they try to do a comeback, it ends up failing. There's very few times that I've seen it be successful. Futurama is one, but that's the kind of show that I feel like you can have a comeback, you know? I'll take all the Supernatural I can get as long as Jared and Jensen are in it. Tell that to Futurama. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, Futurama's like a rare exception. I feel like they made their cancellations and their endings work for them, which is pretty cool. Okay, next we are going to Oh, you know what? Let's free Wolbrin, since we haven't done that yet. I'm tired of... I don't want him to be stuck on that thing any longer.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights.
What the hells are you doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
I don't like Fizzurk. Fun's over. Release the gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Fizzurk is a fizz jerk. Oh, that was great. Another good reason to take that extended rest is because you have an Enlightened Wisdom opportunity here, and I like using this option because if you fail one of these, you have to fight them, and it actually is a pretty tough fight, and it's not worth risking on honor mode. So I'm going to go ahead and tell him you will release the gnome. That's an order. And like every other Enlightened check, we only need to roll a 2. So as long as you're not rolling on that 1, you should be good to go. Got it.
Yes. Whatever you want.
A shadow swims across your vision, and a familiar voice tells you to be calm. You are loved. The goblin's nostrils flare nervously. All of his bluster seems to vanish.
We're leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving! Apologies, sir. We didn't mean to doubt a true soul. We'll be off. Fresh meats.
I can't stop laughing at Fizz Jerk. It just cracks me up. Where is he? There he is.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
Oh, buddy, you're okay.
We should keep moving.
Oh, he was like really concerned that she was hurt. That was really sweet. You good, bud? You okay? She'll be alright. What just happened?
Nothing. The trick of the light.
She gets mad if we pry, so I'm just gonna let the matter rest. Back in session 0, when we were selecting characters, I mentioned her scar hurting sometimes, and that was the specific instance that I was thinking of, because once it happens, you get to hear her perspective of like seeing that shadow, the statue, and what's going on in her head. I also just realized that we hit level 4, and I'm so excited right now. Okay. Real quick, we're going to release this brake lever. Did I? Oh no. I hit the wrong lever. My heart is broken right now. It's honor mode. That is locked in. That is the thing that I have to live with now. Man, I am speechless. He's gone. He is so gone right now. Oops. Time to activate the orb. Oh my god. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Make sure you're hitting the brake lever, not the release brake lever. I don't know why I did that. I just wasn't thinking. I would think I was distracted by the fact that we hit level 4, and to the moon he went. Son of a bitch. Of course you would clip that. Oh, I feel so bad. I didn't mean to do it. Oh, man. This game is heart-wrenching sometimes. But that's honor mode for you. That's... Shit. Once in a lifetime. It really is. Oh, I feel so bad about that. Dude, both of you just cracked me up. Tuck, I'm not gonna lie, that's my favorite moment so far. And then okay, with at least he got a good view to try and find Barcus for a bit. Just I can't. Oh my god. I feel so bad about that. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. We're gonna pause on Blighted Village real quick because we have hit level 4 and there's some things that need to happen now that we're level 4. He's gonna stay a ranger. He's gonna get sharpshooter. This is gonna give him it's gonna remove high ground penalties, which is excellent, but it's also gonna give you the ability to take a -5 penalty to hit in exchange for additional 10 damage, which is massive. It's going to increase his damage potential by just an insane amount. She's a barbarian, and she has a pretty good chance to hit to begin with. We're going to get Great Weapon Master, which is very similar. You get the -5 penalty to attack in exchange for 10 damage. So we want Great Weapon Master for her. It's just like Sharpshooter, but with melee weapons. For Astarion, who's for some reason in his freaking underwear. What is happening? This is the most bizarre playthrough. Oh gosh. He's going to get Slow Fall, which is something helpful. But he's also going to get Tavern Brawler. Oh man. Now Tavern Brawler gives him a couple things. First of all, it gives him a point, which is going to round out his constitution. Remember the one time that I said that we're going to make the exception and do an odd number? This is why giving him the constitution point is going to bump him up to 16, which is going to give him another saving throw point, as well as 4 extra points of HP, which is helpful. The other thing that's going to do is it's going to massively increase his damage output, because now whenever he does an unarmed attack, his strength modifier is going to be added to it. But Jordan, his strength modifier is 0. What's the point of that? Now we're going to start giving him those elixirs, okay? She becomes level 4. She gets another cantrip. And at this point, we're going to go with light. And we are going to give her... She gets the wisdom bonus. Bump up her wisdom by 2. It's going to make some of her spells a little bit better. Let's give her hold person. It's a wisdom save. Let's go ahead and give her hold person. That's going to be helpful in some fights. Whenever the wearer dashes, it takes a similar action. We're going to go ahead and give him these. It's a direct upgrade from the boots that he just had.
Faith protects me.
And then we'll give her the boots that he did have a second ago. That way she gets the athletics bonus. And yes, her and I saw that comment earlier. Okay, her and Githyanki armor is pretty wild, but it's better than, you know, leaving it on Lae'zel. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten hungry for his 3rd item yet. You have another level 2, right? Yes, you do. Let's go ahead and cast Aid.
One with the weave.
Oh, there he is. Barcus. Poor Barcus. I've been calling him Wolbrin. Poor Barcus. Bloody amulet. Oh gosh. That's the that's Wolbrin's amulet. Tiny specks of blood cover this amulet. They have pooled into the engravings on the back, spelling out the name Wolbrin in a grisly brown hue. Dude. So messed up. Oh, gosh. Alright, now we're going to do the thing.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food, the mark is her measure. Show us the brand of the absolute.
Oh, you're quite eloquent for an ogre. You know what?
What now?
Real quick, have him actually use an elixir for this.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
Alright, so you have a couple options here. If you really want to, if you're not quite following along with my playthrough, you can choose Deception, and if you do that the right way, you can actually, he gives you a horn, which you can later on use to summon them into battle, and that can backfire, because if you use it outside of battle, or if there's nothing to for them to target, they will go ahead and attack you, and they're pretty tough, but if you give them something to fight, it can be extremely helpful in a battle. What are you doing? Hi. We're not going to do that. We're going to fight them intentionally. Lump the Enlightened here is carrying one of the core items for our build. So I bear no such brand.
Food? Food? Food.
Okay. Barcus, man. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of... We'll start by focusing on Chalk. $37 damage. How bananas is that? Typically, if it's like less than 60% chance to hit, I'll turn Sharpshooter off, so I can have the better chance to hit. But if it's 60% or above, I'm going to take the chance. Because when it hits, it does insane amounts of damage now. I don't know how to answer if someone was to ask me if I was friend or food. Looks at Will. Oh my god. What the fuck is... What kind of emote is that? That's hilarious. Oh, thank you for that. That got me. That got me good. In this fight, you want to kind of keep your characters back here if you can. Obviously, with, or at least you want to keep Shadowheart and Gale back here. If any day today is the day for things to happen, you're not wrong. We're going to go ahead and have him dash to get up here. That way he can use his double attack. Watch how much damage he does now. He just quadrupled his damage output. It's stupid. Quadrupled damage output because of that elixir of strength. It's ridiculous what monks can do now. Okay, we're gonna have her come up like here-ish.
Put him up.
Karlach, you're not gonna make it. We will have her frenzy for this fight. And we will have her dash. And get right in between them. Try and distract them.
Need to act fast. Heading there.
Shadowheart, you're gonna come up. And we're gonna use... Ooh, what's a good spell here? I know that seems silly, but it's gonna slow him down a little bit in case he decides to move.
What's that?
Okay, we're going to start by having her try to scare Lump. I can't believe that worked with a 45%. I love her dialogue too. It's great. Have him move up a little bit. Don't forget to reapply your Hunter's Mark. Just do a basic attack.
Let's turn someone inside out.
He's going to miss more often now. It's fine. He's going to more than make up for it with the amount of damage that he can do. And then we'll have him...
Oh my word.
Nice. And then we'll have her do a pommel strike. That's probably a waste. Should have just had her do a regular attack. But that's fine. Okay, and then you come up. We're going to have her do Preserve Life. Keep everyone topped off, give them a bless. And... yeah. Nice. Okay, now you can run up and do your thing. Boom. There you go. Have him go up and topple him. Get him out of the acid. That was stupid of me. There we go.
Let's go.
Frenzied Strike. Which now attacks twice. Of course you would miss.
This feels good.
Okay, I know that probably seemed really easy, but that's because there is a significant increase in our damage output and survivability at level 4. If we were level 3, we would have gotten our asses handed to us during that fight. I mean, it's possible to win, but it's tough. And then we go to Lump. He's got a diary. This is the horn that I was talking about. Obviously, we can't use that to summon anyone yet now. And then we have the Warped Headband of Intellect, which automatically sets your dexterity, or sorry, your intellect to 17. So the rest of the game now, he has 17 intelligence, which is going to help in so many different facets of the game. All of the skills that you need for outside of combat that rely on intelligence, those now have +3 modifier instead of a -1. And it allows us to put our wisdom and dexterity as high as they are, with our constitution and charisma as well being what they are. All around, it's just very good stuff. Cool. So we'll go ahead and loot this area real quick. There's not much here. It should be quick. I don't know if you can talk to her.
The tiefling's corpse stirs with the spell. You
can.
realize the tiefling's body has been torn open by huge hands.
Who did this to you?
Ogres, hungry, bloodied, screams.
What brought you to the village?
Strange warriors, gold, skin, silver blades.
Obviously, she's referring to the Gith. Where did you see those warriors?
Mountains, road, gate.
Anything of value you happen to have?
True sight, no coin.
Where are you from?
Elturel, Zoru, friend.
Zaru. Okay, and then if we come out back here, there should be... Every single one of them failed it. Wow. That's fine. Like I said, that'll happen sometimes. There's nothing so important in those that it is an emergency, though. Have him come up here. Grab that. And these. Kick him back over here. I separated him from the group because I don't want to risk triggering that event that's down there. We're going to go up here. Inside the floorboards, we'll take these 2 notes. Okay, now, as much as I would like to, because we still have to explore down here, we're going to skip this for now. There's also this up here that I want to do. We're going to skip that for now, and we're going to go take care of this. This is the next thing that we need to do at level 4. It's super important. Here we go. Do I need to take a short rest, or can I just heal her? I think I can get away with just healing her and calling it a day. Although, having her have that is pretty important. Tough one. You know what? I got the potions to kill. I think I'll be alright if I just have her take some potions. Alright, the area that I've been having us avoid this entire time, we're going to head that way now. Because we are powerful enough now to take these guys on. I like going up here. It makes this fight a little bit easier. Ugh, Flind. I don't have... Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
Shall be done.
Boom. One down.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the Gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
What just happened? Oh, okay. Just lagged out for a second. That's fine. Who is this? Shovel. Shovel is basically just going to be a, distraction in this fight.
I've missed this.
Just get her down there. Starian. Dash him. Get...
Step quick.
Here. Nice. Okay. Have him keep moving down. Again, he's one of our tanks, so he can absorb a lot of this damage. Have you... Don't frenzy just yet. We're going to have her dash and come up here. Oh, forgot to set that to automatic, but you see, missile snaring is great because now that just did 0 damage to her. That's why I love those gloves. Okay, Shadowheart.
On my way.
Get as high up here as you can, but ultimately, I think you're going to need the dash to actually attack anything. And that's fine. I'll have her dash and come like right up here. Thank God for all these misses. Wow. I feel like I built up all these fights and now I'm making them look easy. I'm just getting super lucky though.
I speak, they burn.
Okay. I have him come up here. No, where's this guy?
Shall we cut and run?
These hyenas. Oh, he's out of those attacks. That's fine. Because he can still do 2.
Moving.
Boom.
All right, Karlak. It's go time.
Why do you not have a bonus action? Oh, because you're soul numbed.
Close
That's
ranks.
fine.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Cancel his end, put him up next to him, so if he tries to move, he gets 2 attacks. And then we'll have you... I mean, everyone's doing fine, just... There's one. Oh, because she's soul numbed, so she can't do the second one. That's fair. Alright, he's not going to bother talking to us. If you approach him, he'll talk to you, and you can actually try and convince him to fight these guys or turn on the rest of the Gnolls and get them on your team. It's easier to do if you have an Illithid available, and since we've already used it during this extended rest, it's probably wasn't going to happen anyways.
Indubitably.
There's that. Okay, we'll have him come up here.
Bye forever, pal.
Have her do the same. I think I want to save the frenzy charge.
Open up.
I will have her lacerate though. Yeah, we're gonna save that. That's no good. Oh boy, paralysis isn't good. Okay, we're gonna save her life first.
I've missed this.
My turn.
No longer paralyzed. You also have a 30% chance to hit, so let's turn that off.
Got to keep fighting.
Can you make it to attack him? No. But you can dash.
On I go.
Stop paralyzing her. Alright, we'll take that off because he's down below 60% now.
Shall we cut and run?
I got this.
Got to focus.
It's just a slugfest at this point, but... What do you mean, not enough movement? Oh, because you have your melee weapon equipped, that's why. Ouch.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
One of these guys will hit him. There we go. Whole bunch of experience there.
By the gods.
Whew.
You're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
No, it's a grim sight.
This whole journey's been one grim sight after another. Gnolls, goblins, drow. Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you heading?
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
Couple different options here. You can just straight up kill them and take their cargo. You can negotiate that with them for their cargo. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. What you don't want to do is open the chest. Whatever you do, make sure you don't open that chest. Maybe I should come so you don't get waylaid again.
Thanks, but that won't be necessary. We'll find help at Joaquin's Rest. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
Joaquin's Rest has been burned to the ground.
Damn it. Nowhere's safe anymore. Doesn't change the plan, though. We'll head over there and check for survivors.
What's in the chest? Your cargo?
Aye, the whole reason we're in this mess. Trinkets for some rich tosser in Baldur's Gate. He gets his shiny baubles. We get a handful of taranths.
Taranths are the currency of the Zhentarim, a network of merchants and mercenaries with few scruples.
You're Zhentarim. Your people don't deal in baubles.
You know who we are. Very clever. And you probably also know it's not smart to interfere with Zhent business. This is the point when a clever lad like you accepts my gratitude and walks away.
I don't like being threatened, but we need him alive. Well, we don't need him alive, but I'm still not gonna... I'm gonna leave him alone. Because I want the cargo to get to where it needs to be. There's probably another way of handling that. This is just the way that I know that is the safest, so that's what I'm choosing to do. Alright, now we'll go ahead and take a short rest. We'll also go ahead and have Karlach use another couple of potions. See, all that like looting that I've been doing is really paying off when I have all of these extra potions lying around to heal in these situations. Make sure you loot all of these guys for their hyena ears. Even if you're not following along and don't agree with all of my OCD looting, still grab those ears, because when you start turning them into potions, you will thank me. Flind has a decent weapon, and a Mind Flayer Parasite, so make sure you're grabbing that. But also, the Shattered Flail is decent. It's a +2, which is incredible, but if your ally doesn't hit an enemy every single turn, then they go mad. I choose not to use it. The damage output isn't quite enough for me to justify it. But feel free to use it if you want to. I feel like it's probably risky to use in honor mode, like too risky to use in honor mode. We don't want our people going mad and attacking themselves or each other. But the whole reason that we came over here was to get that password, which yes, you could have gotten earlier. When the wielder hits an enemy with this weapon, they gain momentum for 2 turns. I think Gale might be able to use that. Yeah, go ahead and give that to Gale. It's a little bit less damage, but we're not using melee attacks very often anyways, so when we have to, it would be nice to gain the momentum to be able to escape from the situation afterwards. That's the way that I'm looking at it. Okay. Yes, and there's a bunch of stuff to loot down here. Don't piss these people off. Don't steal that chest. You can go down here. There's nothing really down there except for maybe an inspiration point, now that I think about it. I did used to have a man bun. I used to have fairly long hair. Is there an inspiration? I don't think there is.
This place is more dangerous than I thought.
I feel like there's an inspiration if you go down there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Setting off the trap, maybe. But there is loot up here that you can take that isn't considered stealing. So the deal with the chest is that it contains if you open the chest, there is a vial, and it's basically a Pokeball, is my understanding of it. And if you throw the vial at any time, it releases a beholder, which will attack whatever is in sight, including you. In honor mode, not something you really want to be messing around with to begin with. You can take the chest and sell it to someone else. It's worth a pretty decent amount of money, because if you rescue them and the chest gets to where it needs to go, and you follow it there, you get access to the Zhentarim shops. They sell some really, really good equipment, including the bow that we need for Gale. The entire reason that we're building him the way that we are is to have that bow. So, make sure it's getting where it needs to go, alright? Disarm this. Not Cat's Grace. Crap. That was a waste of a level 2 slot. Whoops. That's alright. At the end of the world. Oh, wait, did I use... I'm so confused right now. Hold on. I'll have to check her spell slots in a second. When the wearer chooses to end their rage, they gain 15 temporary hit points. That sounds great. 15 temporary hit points is a ton. I've never once in my life ended my rage intentionally, so I don't feel like it's worth holding on to. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell that. If you're the kind of person that can make use of it, do it up, because that 15 temporary hit points is a ton. All these health potions are nice, though. They're going to keep us alive through this honor mode playthrough. If only Barcus had one. He might still be alive. Too soon? Fair. Down here, because there's some stuff. Make sure you separate your group before you jump down here. I know I did that without really mentioning it. But if you don't and you jump down here, there's a chance that some of your weaker, lower strength teammates will not be able to jump back up, and then it just becomes a pain to separate them, to get them back into your group. So just save yourself the hassle and just separate them beforehand. Okay, I'm just going to come down here for these ingredients on our way to Joaquin's Rest. Alright, so then we're going to come over here. We're going to use Karlach to move this out of the way. Thanks, Shadowheart. Rude.
Direct me.
And now we're going to go into this door that we ignored earlier.
You spot a man crouching between the shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger!
Little serpent, long shadow.
Oh, helm dwarfs! I thought you were flaming fist. Well, down you go then. They'll be on us soon, so if you're looking to trade, you best be quick. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
I can do that.
He's like so jittery after he realizes you're not trying to kill him. Careful here, because if you select the wrong thing that's too far away, you're going to spend like a long time walking around between all of the different things that you can loot. I'm kind of surprised at how early we reached level 4. I don't know what I did differently. I don't think I'd done anything differently. Can pretty much safely ignore all the vases. There's not going to be anything exciting in those. Maybe a couple pieces of gold. It's not worth the time to look through them all. You killed Wolverine for... That's probably what leveled me up. They're like, oh! You did something no one's ever done before. Here you go. Here's a free level up. Barcus. That's his name. Barcus. I keep saying Wolverine, but it's Barcus. Alright. Now we're going to use this. Head down here. Carefully loot everything in here because there's actually a lot of food. Food is helpful, as we know. Okay, I'll edit it. No worries. That's on me. People on YouTube are gonna be pissed at me for for saying Wolverine so much. I know that you wouldn't know this, Dark, but the internet is extremely passionate about Barcus. He's like one of the sweetest characters in the damn game, and I just killed him. It's like him and Scratch. You don't fuck with him. You don't fuck with Scratch. All these sausages. Almost there. My looting spree will be done very soon. You can use salamis as weapons, too. I don't know why you would, but the option is there.
Ooh, lovely.
Almost. Just a couple more. Here we go. So much meat. Holy crap. Alright, there we go.
That's far enough. What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean.
Hold on. That's the lad who saved us from the Gnolls. Let him in.
You revealed our location. That tongue gets any looser, Rugan, I'll cut it out. Come down then. Seems you're a friend of the family.
Okay, and now we're done. Okay, there are some traps here. You're not going to trigger them because they just turned them off for you. Okay, we're going to go straight up here. All this oil and stuff is really... Like, if you fight these people, if you choose to fight these people, watch out for all the oil on the ground. It's literally a massive trap. The entire canyon down there, just it can be ignited in fire, and it's a crazy
I owe you
explosion.
one for saving my people. The Zhentarim look out for their own. Even if it's Rugan. That's worth some coin. And my thanks. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now. But don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon.
Rubble? What are you planning to do?
Someone kidnapped a duke. Right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
It's not a bad point. Okay, that's all. Literally all we wanted to do is make sure that she gave us access to their exotic items. And she did. So now we come down here. And we talk to, is it Brem or is it Garius?
You don't want to keep Zaris waiting. Believe me.
It was Brem.
Well, don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold, my pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness.
You have a pet artist?
Let's say we're his patrons, yeah? Found him wandering the wilds alone. He needs protection. And if his paintings cover our costs, so much the better, eh?
Protection? Sounds a bit more like kidnapping.
Are you looking to buy him? I'm open to offers, mate. Threats? Not so much.
Well, if he's as talented as you say, someone will be looking for him. You can do what you want here. You can try to... I'm not going to waste inspiration on it. No, I do have 3. Maybe I'll use 1. Yeah, okay, that was a waste.
I expect so. And whoever wants him had best bring a heap of coin.
I like to hold on to inspiration for when I absolutely need it.
Well now, if we're talking, my guess is you've got coin to spend.
So if I have 2, I won't do anything then unless it's absolutely necessary.
Of course. Got some interesting stock for a friend of the family.
Okay, now that we have access to this guy's shop, we want to buy... This is what we want. This is the whole reason that we did all of that, is for the Titanstring Bow. Weapon deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier. Fantastic. And if you want a bunch of dyes, then this guy has a whole bunch as well. I'm going to go ahead and sell all of our wares to him. What are you? Sell you too. So now we equip this, and then we have him start using his elixirs at this point, and his damage is now just insane. Ranged attacks, I know it says on the right side of the screen there, it's 5 to 12 damage, but when he has sharpshooter turned on, it is 20 to 27 damage is his range now, because of that, the bow that we're using, which is just silly. Absolutely silliness. So between him and Astarion, we're going to be putting out so much damage. The rest doesn't matter. The game just got stupid easy from here. We can take on just about anything right as we walk into it, with a couple exceptions. Like, don't get too cocky. But it did. It just got a lot easier. Now, to make it even easier, we're not even going to go back to the Blighted Village just yet. We're actually going to continue down the way that we're going, and we're going to hit the Underdark next. We're going to grab a couple items there that are super easy to grab, that are going to make us even more powerful. But first, a couple things that we need to do. It's also 1:30, so I'm going to...
You're not one of her thugs. You need to buy me.
So I'm going to talk to this guy, and then I'm going to head back to the Emerald Enclave real quick and take care of some business over there. Then I'll head back to camp and read some books. That'll be this stream, and then the next stream we'll explore the Underdark, and then we'll finish the Blighted Village. Why are you selling yourself?
Selling I am not some lower city coin lad offering you a tumble. I am an artist, and my patron will reward you for my rescue. Tenfold, whatever ransom you pay, I guarantee it.
Who exactly is your patron?
As far as you're concerned, she may as well be the coin maiden herself. But there will be time for questions later. Please, speak to Brem. I need to see the sun again.
Well now, if we're talking, my guess is you've got coin to spend.
Let's go ahead and buy your prisoner.
About.
You're insane if you think I'm going to pay that much. It's worth a shot, because 1,000 is a lot to get rid of on this guy. Nice.
Alright, so maybe I was fishing. No fooling you.
600 is still a lot for the record, but you're talking about freeing someone's life.
He's all yours. Don't forget to feed him. He balls something proper.
It's amazing to me that Astarion disproves of that,
I made a
but...
bucket of coins off him.
I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch? No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
And I am Gale.
A genuine pleasure. I'm in your debt, as is my patron. My betrothed, I should say.
Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out.
Who's Lady Janeth?
A noble woman of passion, refinement, and, as it turns out, quite ferocious temper. The latter I learned only after the engagement, when I told her I was in love with someone else. I made a timely retreat into the countryside, to paint and clear my head. To choose, I suppose.
A truly horrifying dilemma.
Indeed. One to split the very soul. But I dare not dwell on it any longer, lest I weep. And we have your reward to consider, once I have made my way safely back to the city. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some?
I'm gonna give him some because I have the money to spare. Why not? You don't have to do this if you don't want to. So, I can spare a little.
A hero to the hilt. Seek me out in the city, truly. Beneath my brush, you'll live forever. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
I love the heroic stance there. Okay, that is pretty much that. I do need to go... What's the easiest way to do this? Nope. Okay. I don't know if I can fast travel from there. I don't think I can, which is a little annoying. But like I said, I gotta hit the Emerald Enclave before I sign off. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to check and see if I still have one.
Let's
Good.
get on with it.
Swing. Oh, you know what? We can do that now, too. Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to bother going back tonight. I'm going to go to the Emerald Grove, take care of what I need to take care of, and then I'll position myself so that we can take on the those enemies up in the northeast next. That'll be the first thing that we do on the next stream. Okay.
Need to keep going.
I find it easier to move sometimes if I just do this. Swing. There we go. Whew. This was a fun stream. Interesting stream, to say the least. A lot of craziness happened.
Hello, Petal. Need
Thank
anything?
you.
Any lotions
Buy
or
these.
potions?
Yep. And then, do you have any fingers? You do not.
May it please, Mistra.
Come this way. Remember when I said when we were here back in like session 2, maybe? Whatever session it was, 2 or 3. There's a secret passage back here. There we go. A lot of greatness. It was a lot. I don't know about greatness, but a lot happened for sure. Come this way, and then we're gonna head in here.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
Let's use insight, study your face. Killing me, game. That's okay. It's not a super important roll.
You got something to say?
Not at all. I'm just here to help. Man. Alright, this one I will use an inspiration on. It's actually important. What? Come on, game. I don't have any inspiration left, and that scares me. But
Was inventory today. I'm sorry. Nerves are shot after the attack. Do what you gotta do. Sorry if I don't show you around.
Need a hand up?
I just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion.
Where'd you get this potion?
From the old lady in the cave. The one with the lotions and potions. To her credit, it worked. I'm as strong as a bugbear. And fearless. Course she also warned of side effects. Should have listened. Now I'm stuck guarding crates.
Crate guarding is a serious job.
Deadly serious. Still, the sooner this wears off, the better.
Okay. Now, we take Shadow Heart. I should have mentioned this earlier, but you can actually feel free to completely skip this part if you are an evil character, or if you are trying to be if you do not care about saving all the tieflings. However, get a little closer. There you go. If you use Lesser Restoration on her...
My legs! I can stand again! Did you do that? Thank you.
Look, you're not really supposed to be here, but I'll turn a blind eye. Just don't touch anything, all right?
Now they have an extra hand against anything that happens in the future, which is great. There's other things you can do in here, like I mentioned earlier. One of our previous sessions, our rat friend is in here now, and he's telling you to get something out of this, but everything in here is stealing. So we'll come back later once the tieflings have kind of moved on. We'll come back and loot this area and a couple other areas as well, but I'm not worried about it too right now. What we do need to do is go back this way.
Certainly.
Yeah, she literally couldn't move her legs because she was paralyzed from a potion that she drank. Because Auntie Ethel sold her a potion to make her strong and fearless, which it did, and then it took away the use of her legs. Which isn't foreshadowing at all, by any stretch of the imagination. Pretty sure I had to kill her or somehow accidentally killed her. Yes, we did kill her in our playthrough. I don't remember how or why that happened, but that's what happened. She ended up dying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we killed her in our playthrough. We got caught stealing. Because I remember doing the rat thing, and she wasn't there for that. So I don't remember how it happened, but she was definitely dead. It's funny, because when you're the dirge, you can approach her, and like he constantly has like, I guess, fantasies about like random people that you interact with throughout the game. Like he fantasizes about like how he would kill them and stuff, and his fantasy about her is that she's too easy. He's like, nah, she's undeserving of your masterwork. All right, so we saved there. That's where I'm going to start the next stream, but I'm not going to go away just yet if anyone wants to stick around. For those of you that might be new to this, our Baldur's Gate stream, usually at the end I will try to read through all of the books that we found throughout this this playthrough, and we found quite a few of them in this one, so we're going to be here for a little bit. I'm not going to be up all night reading these, but I'll stay up for a little bit reading through them, because some of them are pretty interesting. Give you a lot of backstory and insight into the game. But if you're not interested in that kind of thing, totally fair. You can feel free to head out now. This video will be up on YouTube within the next few days, and I hope to catch you around next time. So thank you.